Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honor to Apostle Ilza, great minister, rule well, teach well. Shalom to the 144,000 men that's pushing and believing this word, pushing and believing this word in all true sincerity, and pushing this word on all four corners of the earth. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth looking like the heathen. And onto the speckled bird. And shalom yet again. This video right here will be focused on, well, y'all see the title, Caesar Borgia Jesus. Who is the image of the Jesus based on? And yet this goes to show that Esau basically tries to play the role of God, and not even that, he's trying to play the role of him being, like, you can see in the movies, Esau like to play everybody but himself. He don't never like to tell people who he truly is. And not even just that, that's why Esau covers up his tracks and try to hide everything. So, yeah, I'm going to just get into it. So, I'm going to read a little bit. When you're looking for a real life model of for Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, you'll be hard pushed to think of a less appropriate standard in this Prince of Peace is in Caesar Borgia. And yeah, you'll look at something like, you would think, when you look up Jesus, this is what pops up. These images of this white man with long hair. So I'm going to get into it of where it comes from. One of the most notorious members of the Renaissance Italy's most notorious dynasties, the cruel Cesare the Caesar, was thought to be the inspiration of Niccolo Machiavelli's satirical handbook for would-be tyrants, The Prince. So basically, it just goes to show that the inspiration came from not Renaissance Christianity, but Renaissance, the Renaissance period, the late 1300s. I say 1300s, 1400s, 1500s. But primarily starts in the 1300s because this is when, in that time of when the so-called Dark Ages was coming to an end. So, thanks to his father, who became Pope Alexander VI in 1471, Caesar was made a bishop at the age of 15 and a cardinal at the age of 19. At this point in history, the Pope directly ruled over a kingdom that dominated central Italy, for it's the capital of Rome. And yeah, they basically took over there in Europe, in that area. They took over. That's why Italy's so famous. And still to this day, you hear things of Italy in Italy. Jake was living over there too. So it's a lot of noise coming from over there because that's where a lot of the things was held before we came over here. So, Caesar Borgia, though a rising star in the church, Caesar fancied himself as a military man. There was one problem, though. His father had chosen that career for his older brother, Giovanni. Pope Alexander had appointed his pride and joy captain general of the church, the supreme commander of the papal states armed forces. So yeah, basically he tried to portray himself as somebody else. Somebody's not. So basically, just going into the history. Actually, I got some scriptures because Job 9-24 goes into this. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. Because Esau liked to play everybody. That's why that iconoclasm came about. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Just like Cain, he was the wicked one, a vagabond running upon the earth, and he had leprosy because everybody had pigment back then, and he was stripped of his leprosy. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, and the judges is Yahweh Shai. He's that judge. He's being whitewashed, as they say. If not, where and who is he? And yeah, Esau like to sit up here and play everybody. Esau is a very grand manipulator. He likes to portray himself as everybody else. He calling himself Ishmael and all these other nations, but no, motherfucker, you know who you is. This is why you try to cover your tracks so much. And that's why you sitting up here and being exposed and trying to portray as if, oh, well, you know, I could be this person, I could be that person. No, you're going to be who you're going to be. Okay, so let me see. Let me see. I'll keep reading. A Glass of Wine with Caesar Borgia in 1893 by John Kohler. From the left, Caesar Borgia and Lucrezia Borgia, Pope Alexander VI, a young man holding an empty glass. This is a very strange idea. That one of the modern images of Jesus being based in Caesar's originally comes from a claim made by renowned novelist Alexandre Dumas and picked up and expanded upon by biblical theorists. And yeah, they know who they is. They know who the fuck they is, because if they didn't know who they was, why would they try to portray themselves as everybody else? So I'm gonna just come to mind another precept. This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 31. Let me go to it real quick. Let me see. Matthew chapter 12. Let me get to the point. This is Matthew chapter 12 verse 31. Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men. And yeah, when I read this, I'm gonna break it down too as well, so y'all can see what I'm referring to. But the blasphemy against the Holy Spirit shall not be forgiven unto men. And Esau has betrayed himself to be blasphemous against the Holy Spirit, in which he has for a long period of time, and he hasn't got touched like that. He hasn't got touched yet. Verse 32, and whosoever speaketh a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But whoever speaketh against the Holy Spirit, it shall not be forgiven him. Neither in this world, neither the world to come. And that's why Esau sitting up here trying to portray himself as everybody else. Then this is also a great sin that he committed. This is why they say that sins have reached out to heaven. That sin is a great offense to Yahweh by Shema Shai, and that's why he will be destroyed. So I'm gonna keep reading. The argument goes that Jesus was originally depicted as appearing as a non-European because he was Jewish. That's why Job chapter 9 and verse 24 says that. He wasn't no European. It says a non-European, which is a so-called Jew. Actually, I'm going to grab that. Let me see. Let me see. It's in Matthews. Let me see. Actually, I think it's in Matthew 1. Yeah, hold on. Because this goes into the lineage of King David as well as Yahweh Shai. So let me see. Let me see. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. Let me see. Because at that moment in time, and not even just at that moment in time, it was declared that Yahweh Shai was of Nazareth. That basically he was an Israelite. There's no other way you can put it. Why would... Let's go over Romans 11. Fuck it. I'm going to go to Romans 11. This is Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. I say, then, hath Yahweh cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. So why would the Lord come back and be like, oh, I'm about to save everybody and their mama. I'm gonna save the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the all of them, Mizraim, all of y'all. Why would he say that? Moab and Ammon. Why that wouldn't make sense? That's why they try to twist up the scriptures. For I also am an Israelite, the seed of Abraham, the tribe of Benjamin. In verse 2, Yahweh have not cast away his people, which he foreknew, and he have known no other. This is why we get judged the way we get judged, because we're the ones who's supposed to be doing right, and when we're doing wickedness, we get our ass beat way quicker and way harder than any other nation. But now we're coming to times where all those other nations that did us dirty, they're gonna get every piece of judgment that they did towards us. Which Yahweh have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Well, ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, he maketh intercession to Yahweh against Israel, saying. And yeah, that's basically saying that the Lord only dealt with Israel. He does not know these other nations. And pretty much these other nations, the Lord don't care about these other nations, man. He could care less about them. Actually, yeah, I'm going to grab that. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket. And that's basically the Lord giving a parable, a saying, a metaphor. And are counted as a small dust of balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles is a very little thing. In verse 17, all nations before him are nothing. They are counted to him less than nothing in vanity. And yeah, basically the Lord does not like these other nations, man. He don't. He can care less about the other nations. And I'm going to basically finish this off. The argument goes that Jesus was originally depicted appearing as a non-European because he was Jewish, which did not sit well with the Borgia Pope at the time. So in order to create more European-looking Jesus Pope, Alexander VI commissioned new paintings of Jesus using his legitimate son Caesar as their model. And that's all I wanted. That's what I was looking for, man. These Edomites do not care. They did what they did on purpose. This ain't just some supposed what's the word when he use? This isn't no supposed just randomly. No, this was set up for a reason, man. This is why one of the reasons why Esau has to go. One of the main reasons why he has to go, because the things he's committed to in the atrocities he has committed to the nation of Israel and to the Lord and his son himself is, man, that's one hell of a fucking offense, man. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to grab. I didn't want to make this lesson too long. I was just debunking this Jesus shit because I'm sick of hearing that fucking word Jesus, man. It's not, man, that shit, the letter J didn't even come about to the 1500s. Actually, I'm gonna fact check that. Okay. When the letter J was invented. The letter J wasn't invented until the year 1524. There was no letter J in the alphabet. The letter J was originally the same letter as I. The father of the letter J is Gian Giorgio Trissino, an Italian author and grammarian. Grammarian who lived from 1478 to 1550, and that goes to show that the Lord had this man create a stumbling block for a lot of you. A lot of you Jakes sit up here and still say Jesus, or y'all say Yah. What the fuck is a Yah? That's just he. Like, man, y'all, this Jesus shit so played out, man. But the Lord's gonna come back and show y'all who this so-called Jesus is. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Before I close out, I'd like to give our praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakadash. And Lord willing, this video is edifying unto the elect, and shalom.